They say Hollywood never forgets a scandal, but what happens when that scandal costs a legend everything? At 76, Pam Grier, once the unstoppable queen of Blaxploitation, faced a heartbreaking twist that not only shattered her career but left her locked out of one of television's most iconic shows, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But what could possibly happen to a woman who survived cancer, defied typecasting, and conquered every stereotype thrown her way? Let's unravel the story of Pam Grier's painful fall from grace and her incredible fight to reclaim her legacy. In Act 1, we go back to the beginning. Pam Grier wasn't just another actress, she was a force of nature. In the 1970s, she broke through Hollywood's toughest walls, becoming the face of empowerment with roles in Coffee and Foxy Brown. She was fearless, magnetic, and unapologetically herself. But fame, as always, came with a price. Behind the glamour was a woman fighting demons, childhood trauma, heartbreak, and health battles. Her success wasn't built on luck, it was built on survival. She stood tall in an industry that didn't know what to do with a powerful Black woman who refused to be silent. Then came Act 2, the tragedy that nearly ended her career. In the early 90s, Pam Grier was offered a guest role on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, alongside the rising star Will Smith. It was supposed to be her big TV comeback, a bridge between her legendary past and a new generation of fans. But according to whispers behind the scenes, something went terribly wrong. A disagreement with the producers reportedly turned into tension, and that tension grew into something darker. Whether it was creative conflict, ego clashes, or pure Hollywood politics, Pam found herself suddenly blacklisted. After that incident, she was quietly removed from consideration for future appearances on the show and, worse, from several other TV opportunities. It was as if the door to mainstream success had been slammed shut, and no one was willing to talk about why. Imagine that. You might say one moment you're a guest star, and the next you're erased. It's the kind of cruel irony Hollywood thrives on. And yet, Pam didn't crumble. Instead, she disappeared for a while by choice. She turned inward, focusing on her health and spirituality. She was later diagnosed with cancer, and doctors told her she might have only a few years to live. But if you know Pam Grier, you know she doesn't quit. She fought. She beat the odds. And when she returned, she did it with the grace and fire of a woman reborn. Her performance in Quentin Tarantino's Jackie Brown became the defining moment, a cinematic resurrection that reminded everyone who she was, a survivor. A trailblazer, a queen. In Act 3, Pam Grier's story becomes more than tragedy. It becomes a lesson in resilience. Hollywood may have shut her out, but she refused to let that define her. Today, she's not just remembered as an actress, but as a symbol of endurance. She turned pain into power and silence into strength. And maybe that's the real story, how one woman lost everything that fame could give, only to rediscover what life truly means. Because in the end, Pam Grier didn't need the Fresh Prince to prove her worth. She was royalty long before Hollywood realized it. If you found Pam's journey as powerful as we did, stick around for our next video where we explore the power of compounding and how small choices, just like Pam's, can create massive change over time. Don't miss it.